Oh, quit it. Oh my lord. Yes. But I can grab something.
Quiet? Really? Now you're all quiet?
Me? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I can hear myself gross. Beelzy! Beelzy, you're there. Come join us. Come join us. We're in Bats' Discord.
There we go.
We are in the Fortnite something chat, I think. What chat are we in? I just
Yeah,
jumped with
Bill,
everybody.
join us,
Comp.
please.
We're in the
join us.
comp meeting without the meeting part. You know, this is we'd love to hear your opinions, to learn about you. Tell us your life. Tell us your hopes, your dreams. How do you feel about the new season? That's a
Your-
good topic. We
Your
all love
deepest,
that
darkest
topic
thoughts.
here. You know, what's hiding in your closet? It's okay. We won't judge here. I'm sorry. I start just talking randomly when no one's talking. Don't judge
What?
me, Bats.
Why does... I'm trying to see if
my
I'm in
eyebrow
frame
go
or
up.
not.
I'm like,
Yes, you
I
are.
did.
You are on the camera.
oh,
We'll talk about why Bats
needs.
needs to add extra thumbsticks to his
I
Tartarus.
gotta feel the
Because I don't have
bump.
baby hands. That was simple. All right, next topic.
I don't have baby hands. Gosh darn it.
Oh my goodness.
Got
Can we-
freakishly small hands.
Can we just?
Are
These
we
are not
18
small
plus?
hands.
Can
Are we
just-
18 plus?
Wait,
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
18 plus. But can we just
Let's
before
go.
further in this? Can we discuss that I have to take Kit has to pick a color?
really, but really, you're gonna use the time to pick a
Well,
color.
she
Sincerely,
2
you're
hours
correct.
ago she resubbed.
Oh, well, I mean,
That was a
you know.
mistake.
You know what? Green. I'll pick it for her.
There you
Oh yeah, you just did that because you know green's the worst.
go. We only have him until so long. Okay. Just
Okay,
say.
so let's go.
We have until 8.
right. So
Yeah.
hold on. Let me see the layout that Spocky has on his screen, just so I can kind of know what we're
Well,
doing.
now I gotta fix it. That's it.
Because
Yeah,
he dragged
something-
himself over.
Oh, he dragged himself over. And he's on top of the dragon, sir. That's not a place where you should be.
There we go. It's fixed now.
There you go.
Don't-
All right, that works.
don't-
That works.
Don't shut the
Okay.
dragon.
So what are we doing? Like a little introduction. Welcome everybody to Spock's Corner. We are here, his lovely neighbors. Like no.
I mean,
It worked.
we can do introductions. I mean, it don't matter.
All right. Well, you're the. You started off.
You're the big kahuna.
You know who you are.
Well,
Yeah, you're the
well,
big kahuna.
welcome to Night Riders Podcast, where anything and everything will be spoken about. Some of it we just don't know where it's gonna go, but we're thanking that you guys want to be here today just to listen to our nonsense, our chaos, our laughs, our giggles. You know, see our faces. I mean, I wouldn't want to see this face at nighttime, but I mean, if you guys want to see us, that's fine. But we are here. I have my lovely co-host, my sister Azzy, my brother Cobra, Fox lurking around that corner, around there. I see him kind of under me. And we got Rise Dragon, the Flaming Dragon, or now it's the Flaming Dwacken. Either way, we are here
Rage.
for you guys today to hang out and see what you guys want to talk about. Today's topic is what? Video games? Video games.
Video games.
Yeah. All right.
Just video games as a whole. Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of you guys already know, the new season of Fortnite came in, which is not a new season, it's an old season. But regardless, it's a new season. For me, I haven't played any of the OG maps. I don't know if you guys have, but it's a new season for me. OG season for the rest of y'all. And I'm gonna keep it about. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna let my co-host give you their input on it, and then just be open to talk to us. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys like it, if you don't like it, if there's anything that we should know that can make us like it, and I'll let you guys know as we go on what's going to be going on with Epic. I got some inside secrets, and we're going to be going on from there. So anybody else want to take it away?
Anybody?
Cobra.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
what?
I was
What?
gonna go.
On the
I was
spot.
gonna go.
We'll
That's
throw
why I
the
was stuck.
snake. The one
Don't
thing
throw the
that
snake.
everybody looks for.
Don't throw a snake. It's not okay to throw a snake.
I'm throwing the snake. Go.
I'm kind of liking some of the guns as it sits, but there's no heals. There's no ammo. You can't complete quests half the time. It's I don't know how I feel about it. There's no loot. It forces people to either play the edges or just run to the dead center because you have to kill people to do anything in that game. It seems like. Like, I think our best matches were the ones where we were chasing kills, and we were chasing them because we were chasing the ammo on their bodies, not because we wanted the kills or the wins. We were just chasing them for ammo.
Do you have heals?
Pretty much. I saw someone healing earlier, so I sniped them in the head so they wouldn't use it, Bats.
I mean, I feel
Like-
you. I feel you.
Like, it's bad. Like, I could have killed them at any point, even if they took it, but I needed the med kit they had on them. Like, the main reason I took the shot, too.
Give
It's
me
just,
your med kit.
No, we're playing that game of who's got the med kit, who's got the heal. You got a shield? You got a shield. Give me shield. Give me your shield now.
chasing mushrooms in the forest for I picked up 20 mushrooms in a game so I could get shields because there's no shields. I don't understand why their less is more idea is, but more is more, not less is more.
Like it's
honestly, yeah.
Like,
Go ahead.
I was saying, like I was saying earlier to them that it's one thing if you wanted to have like less heals and stuff like that for build mode, but for zero build, you kind of need a little bit more to give it a little bit of an advantage, because we don't have the coverage. We're not building. We have to improvise for our coverage, so that having that shield available would make things a lot better.
I mean, we got trees that we can hide behind that, go down after 2 shots.
Yeah.
But
we do have those.
But I just feel like, like I get it. You feel me? They just gave us OG Fortnite, and that's exactly what Fortnite was back then. A lot of us have to remember that zero build did not exist back then. So that's what it was like. And I've seen plenty of other content creators asking for this. They're just like, it'd be cool if they bring back OG Fortnite. Even people I've played with, they were just like, yo, we need to bring back OG Fortnite. But a lot of stuff happened with OG Fortnite, and I'm gonna let the dragon tell you what.
Oh, okay. We're gonna let the dragon talk. He's gone.
So,
There he is.
no, I'm here. So with OG Fortnite, they wanted to obviously expand over time into better loot pool, better island, things like that. But because they were losing people left and right, because a lot of people don't do well with the building. I don't do well with the building. I am trying with the building. I don't like it, but I'm trying. Because we have to adapt. Now, they've also done this quite a few times where they have tried this quote-unquote throwback. They got very, very negative reviews on it. They said they weren't going to do it again. Here we are for the third, fourth time in the same predicament we were before. I've come back to Fortnite 3 other times. And every time I've heard that they were going to do this throwback, and I'm like, you lost people before because they did not like it. Now you're bringing it back just to torture and ruin your game again. Why?
Flip side.
And
Real quick, let me interject.
the flip side,
it
it does bring the people
like
back
the
who
most,
did not like the newer stuff.
Yeah, they had the most people play in these last couple of days. I think they hit 45 million people playing, and racking in 102 million hours already into the game. And it came out last Friday? Came out 3 days ago.
This Friday.
And
Yeah,
102 million hours logged in with 55 million players coming back to Fortnite. So, I mean, Yeah, they did hit the nail on the head, but for a lot of us new players that jumped in solely for zero build, we're lost. Like, I'm gonna
And
keep it a buck. We're
I'm
lost.
So
I'm gonna speak from what I know. I did try in the very, very beginning when the game was fresh, and I came back about. Granted, it was a year later, but I did not see much improvement. I saw the same things that is to be the reason that I left. I'm not a fan of the building, and then once I heard they introduced zero build, I was like, I already tried 2 other times. I'm not gonna bother. Um, and then obviously I came across Bats, Kitsune, and the other Knight
Don't you
Riders.
blame us for your misery.
Oh
let's
no!
see.
See, my
Just ignore it.
misery is from 7 years of Destiny.
I was there for some of that. Don't worry.
I was about
Not
to say,
a
don't
lot.
pin this on me, man. It's not your fault. Don't do this to me, man.
But I've just seen in multiple places, not even just Fortnite and Epic. I've seen it with Activision and Call of Duty, Bungie and Destiny. So many things they could do to improve if they listen. They say they do, but then when you look at the things they implement, it's everything that made people leave. It's things that only like a handful of people actually wanted.
You're not wrong.
And to me, that's not exactly fair. It's like, okay, you want some of them old players back. Cool. But you're also still, granted, you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. That's okay. You're gonna win or you're gonna lose. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
What if it's a good game?
But at the
I'm saying
same
that's not
time,
the case.
you
I didn't
have
have
to see from the different perspectives of the people that don't like what's happening is in greater numbers than even the numbers of people who wanted this. And you see it, and then they're just like, ah. And I see it from both points. Yes, there's a lot of good that came and nostalgia that came with the original map. Cool, I love going down memory lane. Not when it's stressful, but memory lane is always fun to go back down and relish in it and things like that. But then when you look at it, which I've been able to look at it from both sides because I left maybe a few days after I first started playing in at the start of the game, came back, tried again for a few days, left again because I was not enjoying myself. And then, I come back again. I'm starting to get a handle on things. I'm doing better. I'm improving. And then they slap all of these things on something because they want an old player base back, but it still affects the players they have.
Yeah, I hear you.
And
I would love to
it's
hear, by the way,
okay to
after
have
Dragon from the
it's okay to
person.
have two different maps. It's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ozzy.
I was saying I would love to hear from somebody who doesn't live in America. How do they feel about the new season and some of the stuff that's been discussed already?
Billy. Billy.
So as a person who has to quite literally play on the highest ping that is possible when I play with every one of the Knight Riders, which is fine. I'm not complaining about the ping.
After he just complained about the ping.
Yeah.
The game is near impossible to play, especially when you have the sweats that are coming back from the original series of maps. I kind of wish what they would have done. I kind of wish what they would have done was made it like a separate mode instead of completely taking away the map that we're used to as a season at the moment, and just had like a separate mode for the OG, and then you can either chop or change between what one you want, and then from there you're not really. It would be like, realistically, it would be like the NFL playing the Super Bowl with tennis balls and a tennis racket.
What, you wouldn't want to see that?
I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it,
But not all the time.
but not all the time.
Yeah.
You guys are no fun.
Now that's not too far off of what I was saying, because basically what they did with OG Fortnite, they brought it back as a limited time event.
Yeah.
So why did you not make it a limited time mode?
Well, that brings
Where
me to my
people
next
can
question
go
with you
do
guys.
certain things.
That brings me
Go
to my
ahead.
next question with you guys. How do you guys feel about this whole 1 month, change? And every week they're gonna be changing and adding to the map. Every week they're gonna be taking guns out, putting guns in, changing vehicles, adding vehicles, all this other stuff. Like the 1 month rotation after we've been steady on, about 3 months of season passes. Or get to level 200 plus to unlock the season pass, the battle pass, everything else. And now we're at 50. And how do you guys feel about them just throwing things at us at this pace rather than the 3 month pace that we used to be at?
I,
Well, no,
Sorry,
we haven't heard.
Spocky, if you want to go.
Yeah.
if you
No,
wanna
Spocky,
Spock,
you go
ahead.
first. I just saw her
I
raising her
really-
hand.
I was, but
well,
I've just been saying little things here and there, so Spock can go.
well, you can go after me, but I think it's too fast. We don't have time to really enjoy the game, to get used to things. Like, everybody has to have their niche, and especially when you're trying to do comp division, you don't have that niche. You're not sure you can land here and you're going to be getting what you need. I mean, it doesn't really leave much room for pro players, and it just kind of sucks. I mean, it just seems like it's going too fast.
I'm on the opposite side of that, but I'm gonna let Azzy go first.
I feel like it's content that should have been brought as an option, where it's changing weekly. Because of this, it sounds like here's this limited offer of limited time of what we're going to do, but it's an option. Like, don't get me wrong, this is actually a perfect way for Epic to get their money. If Epic was smart about it, they would have gotten their money in join the crew or do this, pay for this, and you can have the OG map. And what we're going to do is we're going to change it up. This now makes it for people who wanted that OG map, who might enjoy the fact that they're going to get their old guns and they're going to change out. They're going to want to buy into this. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't really want to put more money in these companies' pockets, but it was an option that they probably should have looked at. That way, the player base that's not used to this map, that maybe is not interested in playing this way, can still enjoy the old map. I also feel like whatever storyline they're going with has completely gone off rails. I was actually talking to Rias about it. The storyline sounded really good. They got Kato. Kato's going over here and he's stealing the time machine. He wants to take over the map or the island. And it's like, okay, well, where is Kato now? Where if
Welcome in,
Kato
Reaper.
is now
Welcome
teleported,
to
all
our
these things were getting
podcast.
mixed up, and it's not even
Feel free to
the
listen in
same
if you have
one
any
map.
questions.
Where are
feel
the
free to
other
ask them, and
characters
we
that
will
were
answer
in the
our
map with
questions.
Kato? Whereas like help me out here. I don't remember all their names right now.
Nolan, Antonia,
Yeah.
May,
and Diamond Diva.
everybody that
Like
came.
they should be running around in the map too. Like if you're gonna do this, go all in. Show
Who?
us what you're heading toward. Right now, it just feels like you were like, we need a little bit more time on what we're working on. What do? Panic button, OG map, let's go. Done. And that was it.
I hear that.
So that's
But
fine.
but tagging on what Spocky was saying earlier, I actually think this is better for pro players. I mean, because at the end of the day, with the scarcity of heals, with the scarcity of ammo, with the random loot pool that it is when it comes to the guns, like now you have to make sure you don't get hit. Now you have to make every shot count. It's not like we had it last season where you can run around with 500 rounds off the rip of the game, and you can just literally spray and pray like a lot of people were doing. You know what I mean? Now you have to make sure that every bullet you shoot, because you're like me and Cobra were talking about it the other day, that you're running around the entire match with like 50 rounds between 3 weapons. And that's literally one clip in each gun.
Hopefully this is a little better
So
for
you can't just sit there and pop off shotgun
We're just
shells and
having a
jump
little
around and then
podcast
pull out your
topic
SMG
today
and think
in
that it's gonna
games.
be okay. You feel me? Now you have to really fine tune your skill and make sure that you're not wasting that shot. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, man, I ran an entire match with only 8 rounds of shotgun and no shield at all. And now when I play, I'm on like when I first started playing, when the season first started, I was treating it like I treated season chapter 4, chapter 3. I play now, I'm making sure every one of my shots count. I'm not sitting here just pushing the trigger and boom 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 and just letting it rip. No, now I'm lining shots, making sure I'm hitting headshots. So to actually build your pro caliber, I think this is where it's at. And now it makes a lot more sense to me to why we're running into OG players and they have those. It feels like they have aimbot, but they don't, because now I've seen what they had to work with from day one, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, my aim has gotten way better. Like I just don't miss now. Like I don't miss. You swear I have aimbot.
You know what? Actually, jumping off of what he said, thinking about our runs today, especially our wins and our close to wins, because we won 2 or 3, I think.
Yep.
One where we
Yeah, I heard my daughter carried you guys.
Yes, she did. No, we actually kept our crown with her, which was nice. And we won a few, and then they started to decrease. But one of the things I did notice in our play was, we worked more. We were more tight as a team, because it was like, hey, I found this, I found that. Who needs this? Who needs that? What can we spare? A lot more teamwork is involved in this, which is nice. But also, one of the things that I was doing, and Cobra, you noticed it, and you were like, that's actually a great idea. Or what you're doing is pretty good, it's more sleuth. You got to play stealth. You have to watch all around. I was on a building, you guys were looting, and I saw someone coming at us immediately. And I pinged it and I said, we have someone coming running up on us. About 2 or 3 times in a few of our matches, I kept doing that, where I am scoping out. And I'm not usually the scoper. Y'all know that. I'll watch around, I'll peek around, but I'll usually run back to you guys and keep up. I played it a little bit more because it's such an open area. Where we were landing, I'm not saying where we were landing because that's on us. We had a little bit more cover, but I kept eyes, and eyes is what saved us a couple of times from getting shot in the back. So it definitely does help in that way. So I guess I'm playing devil's advocate, yeah. In helping us improve on those kind of things, where we got to keep our eyes sharp. We've got to watch each other's backs, and we got to make sure everybody has enough. But it was tilted. I'm not even going to talk about it. All right, we did fine. We did fine. We won 2. Okay.
But you and I as well too, Athy. We're kicking butt with that scope assault though. I think that is my gun for this season.
I don't hate it. I really don't hate the scope. I
I
think
prefer the sniper, the
I
semi-auto.
haven't run into it. I haven't run into it yet.
Oh,
the
it's delicious.
semi-auto.
It's
I don't
because
think
I
no,
pick it
go
up.
ahead.
Riot keeps throwing it at me. I apologize.
No, it's
You talking the
delicious.
semi one or the?
Yeah, the semi.
semi-auto.
No,
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't like
that
the
one's
bolt.
good.
I don't like the bolt. The bolt, no thank you. The hunter rifle, stop it. The semi-auto sniper, that's where it's at. That's where it's
Now,
at.
something
it a
in
shot.
regards to these guns. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but I had a orange at a legendary scoped assault rifle, and somebody had a green semi-auto sniper, and they outgunned me. My legendary scoped assault rifle was hitting the numbers of the green. So I don't know if it's a bug or maybe I was well beyond its fall off range. But yeah, I was hitting the same numbers as if I had a green scoped assault rifle.
hmm
See, that's the one thing that Fortnite, I don't believe they will ever fix. Because I've had shotguns and I've shot people like straight face, man, straight face with a shotgun. And you're telling me I only hit for 17?
And then you shoot from like 50 yards away and you hit for 54.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But then they can shoot
Yeah.
me from across the field and one tap me with the same shotgun, and I'm just like. And then another one that we've all run into. We've all run into this one where you hit somebody with like a epic or a legendary, and then they hit you with a common or an uncommon, and they down you faster than you down them.
Yeah. Full shields, full
Makes
health.
sense.
They have like half shields, and they still down you with a common of the same gun you're hitting
Yeah.
them with. You're hitting every shot. Yeah.
That's another thing. You feel me? So I just think that their their hit registration still needs work. Especially being a battle royale part 2, we also have to take into consideration that now, yes, I work for Epic, but I am not defending them. Okay, I'm not sitting here saying, "Hey, boss, ching ching," no. But at the end of the day, we also have to take into consideration that you feel me? There's if Fortnite was just on console, we would all be okay with everybody running 60 frames per second. But the fact that we have PCs, low grade PCs, monster PCs, you feel me, where people are able to run 500-600 frames a second.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I run 360.
Yep.
Some people are stuck at 120. But the other flip side to that coin is that I've been bodied by people playing on a Nintendo Switch running 30 frames a second. So you feel me? Fortnite is just it's up in the air. You feel me? It's literally a shish kebab show when it comes to that.
So when I first started playing, there were different lobbies for different, like if you're on Xbox, phone, PC, things like that. You only crossed lobbies into a multi-console lobby if you queued up with someone. So like if I was playing on my mobile phone, I queued up with my friend who was playing Xbox. We're now in a mobile Xbox lobby where it merges both players. And it doesn't seem like they do that anymore. And it's a shame because I was bodying people with the phone because the phone had a 70% auto aim on it. Like the phone legitimately had an auto aim built into it that was overpowered. So if you knew how to play the game, you could get some good shots off. But it was one of those like, did they keep that auto aim code in, but just not merge but they merged the lobbies, or what did they do there? Because there was a lot of auto aim built into the controllers and built into all these different consoles when the game was first released.
I mean, it's still there. It's still there. That's how that's how they opened it up with aim assist for controllers, which is null and void.
Separate.
To be honest, it's null and void. And I know a lot of people who play keyboard and mouse will be like, "That's not true." I play controller, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on a PC, I play controller on a PC, which is considered the biggest cheat on the world because you have PC rendering. You feel me? You have frame rate. you have refresh rate, and then you also have aim assist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I'm gonna tell you that right now, guys. Unless there's like this perfect area where you can put the bar so it does register aim assist, it doesn't, because controllers, ladies and gentlemen, right, run at most can capacitate to 60 frames per second. So I'm running 360 frames. So the other 300 frames that I am running, I have to just hold myself accountable for. This controller will not register. So at the end of the day, you know, everybody can sit here and tell me, oh yeah, aim assist, aim assist. No. It does not qualify. If you're on a strict console, yes. But PC players with console controllers like myself, it doesn't register. It doesn't register. It's either you hit that shot or your bullets are flying past dude. Like I'm talking about past them. There are times where my dot is right on them and I still don't hit.
Yeah.
And it's like this is where it's at. You know, somebody told me, oh, if you put your aim assist to 80%, it'll work. I tried it. 75%, tried it. 93%, tried it. I've seen every video on YouTube, son, to try to have this aim assist work. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not. I tried to have it. Doesn't work. Doesn't
Yeah,
work.
there was one of the Call of Duties you could play on your PC. If you played with a controller, they gave you 0 aim assist. But if you played it on a console, you would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
And
it doesn't register. It doesn't register. I mean,
Doesn't
hey, if anybody
Firelight
watching
give you
has
aim
the
assist?
special trick to get aim assist on a controller for PC,
DMS.
open the DMs.
Yes, Farlight does give aim assist to everything. At one point, Farlight had aim
But
assist.
just keyboard.
Yeah, just keyboard. No aim assist for controller. You are correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but then they have aimbot on mobile.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was mobile.
It started as mobile.
Yeah, it was
It
started
started
as a mobile game.
In
And
order
as
to
long
get
as
the
your crosshair is in the vicinity of a body, it'll hit.
On mobile?
Yep.
Mhm.
Wow.
They have aimbot.
Talk about
It's
it.
I
disgusting.
swear to God, I'm not downloading Farlight right now.
on your mobile device.
Ixnay on the R light fade.
I know nothing.
Oh goodness.
No, Farlight Bay.
Now, there are things that companies have done, you know, to stop the issue of, you know, the whole combat between, you know, aim assist with controller is too overpowered. And then the controller player is like, but you guys have your whole arm. Like Bungie has done where, you know, they have their minor equivalent for mouse and keyboard players, which is called bullet magnetism. It's a minor equivalent. It's slightly weaker than standard aim assist for controllers. So you know, you can just barely miss it and still connect it, or you can have, you know, have the Activision hitbox for aim assist that's, you know, 10,000 feet wide, where they can be aiming it at Narnia and still hit you.
You look like a stick, but you have the hitbox of a truck.
Yes. And that's where I think Bungie did go right with Destiny is doing that to stop that whole combat thing between the two, because it just that's still why Destiny is one of the most toxic communities in the gaming world.
Yep. Until you
at this
hit.
point,
For me, playing on controller is not comfortable. I do not like playing shooters with controller. I've tried it in many different ways and I can't. I've tried the claw, I've tried paddles, there's numerous ways I've tried and it just does not feel comfortable and or natural. But me with mouse and keyboard, or Tartarus in keyboard or mouse, it feels more natural and comfortable.
I mean,
without
honestly,
an
I feel like
extended
that's
joystick.
I didn't even.
I
It rolled
didn't
away.
be able to reach it, I'm sure, but
It
and
rolled away. I don't
nobody
know where
got
it went.
the toddler thumbs that Cobra does.
No one's got spider monkey thumbs like bats. Let's
Yeah.
go with
I'm gonna
this
be
real
honest.
quick.
I feel like
We got
that's
baby
the-
hands,
the
Cobra.
evolution.
It's
Is
spider
that
monkey
the
bats.
evolution of it? Like honestly, is that the evolution of it? Now we all grew up. Okay, not maybe all. Here we go comparing hands. Jesus. Anyway,
Toddler thumbs.
What? No, we're good.
most of us here grew up during a time where games were not computer. If a computer game was solitaire, Minesweeper, and pinball. That was
Mahjong.
our
those were the
Mahjong.
days.
Actually, I don't remember Mahjong.
Elf
Wait, what did you
Bowl.
say, BLV? What did you
Elf Bowling.
Elf Bowling, yes, yes.
Those were our games growing up. We grew up where it was I almost said Xbox. Woo! I started out too.
There you go.
Atari.
Yeah, Galaga.
Genesis, Sega Genesis. You know, Game Boy, things like that. Everything was a console of some sort.
Yeah.
And then we got older, computers started coming out, and kids have started out in computers, but they kind of sweep back to the controllers. I wonder if it's just I'm trying to make a point and I keep losing it, so I apologize. But it's kind of an evolution thing where now I used to be nonstop play on a controller. Controller was my thing. I play Diablo 4. I can't play it with mouse and keyboard. I'm screaming at it because it doesn't make sense to me. What feels comfortable for me is using my controller. Yeah, I can't play Diablo 4 without being a controller. When I realized that I couldn't play Diablo 3 on my computer with the controller, I got angry. But with the controller, with a lot of these games, it's just easier to just pull out your mouse. It's just easier to pull out the mouse and keyboard. You have more control over it. And when I played it on my Switch for my daughter to show her how to use the controls for Fortnite, I saw how to use to point the gun, and I was like, what is this? What is this sorcery? Yeah, you. I
Yeah,
don't know how you do it.
it was
I
like
don't like it. It's stiff.
playing.
It's ill controlled
Mhm.
to me. I give you props. I give a lot of controller people props for using it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, if you can't get it, and you need to go hire a bot, and you need to go hire codes and buy all this extra stuff to be good at the game, are you actually good at the game? What
I
are you
mean,
accomplishing at the end of the day? Like if somebody who really tries like you do, Bats, you are
I actually-
trying this.
I spoke to a cheater.
I thought for a moment he was like, I am sorry guys, I actually have a Cronus, I forgot to tell you.
No,
Oh.
I spoke to a cheater. You know,
Really?
good friend of mine. You know, but he blatantly cheats, and he's not secret about it. He told me he doesn't sit here and say, "Oh yeah, you know, I like dude has the Coronas, like he has it." You know, sent me the screenshot for when he bought it on Amazon. He was like, "Yo, I got it." I'm just like, "Bro, like you want me to high five you? Like what? What do you want me to do?" And but no, at the end of the day, you know, I asked him straight up. I was just like, dude, if you're using aimbot and if you guys didn't know, okay, there is also a cheat that slows down. It's like if you're stuck in the matrix and things slow down when you hit when you go to hit the aim, it'll literally slow down the aim so you can pinpoint and then pop.
Oh my god.
And on our side of the screen, it looks like they're glitching.
Oh.
I don't like that.
You feel me?
I've
So,
seen some players do that. Yeah.
yeah, it looks like they're glitching. So I'm over here and I asked him, I was like, dude, like, why? Like you do know you're still trash, right? Like you know this, right? And he
people
told me
are
straight up. He told me straight up. He was just like, yo, it's not about being the best player. It's about keeping up with the best.
They do it because there's people who do it for a living.
But
You
why
feel
not,
me?
why not work on your own skill?
Exactly. And that's what it is. You feel me? There's things like aim labs, and Fortnite has its aim creative maps, and there's other games that you can buy that'll like a great anybody who's never played a shooter before. I could be wrong, but a great shooter to start and really get your aim up, Halo.
Okay, I thought we were about to have a hot take, but no, that's not a hot take. That's a good take.
Yeah, but Halo was freaking great. It was all iron sights. When you aim down, it was all iron sights. Know what I mean? And the only thing that had a scope was a sniper. Like, I got my kids before they started playing Destiny, before they started playing Fortnite and all the other stuff. I had them play Halo. And you guys played with Bakugo, she's a different type of species now. But at the end of the day, like, I had them start with Halo. Halo's where it's at. And
Astrid, you're gonna start
like
playing Halo.
When it comes to the games that when it comes to the games that are like Fortnite and Call of Duty and all this other stuff, you feel me? These guys aren't trying to be the best. They just get lucky and end up with lobbies with normal players like ourselves. And then we end up looking like noobs because they are really trying to get into pro lobbies and keep up with pros.
You can respect that, but it is just one. The sad thing is that's one player at the end of the day.
No, you're right. I mean, but that's
That's
is
the
a
sad
different outlook instead of us just sitting here like, yo, bro, like, you're never going to be good at the game. And, but at the end of the day, those people are looking at us with all those things and saying, I still beat you, though.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And we got to eat that.
Also fair.
We
We
got
do
to eat
have
that.
to eat that. I don't like eating it.
We got to eat
Not
the
that
lunch
I don't
of.
want to eat it.
So it's software beating us. It's not
And-
another player at that point.
With my history of being a Destiny 2 Trials pro, I dealt with that a lot. And when you would outplay somebody you can easily tell is walling and or aimbotting, if not both,
It's a good feeling.
one of the best feelings you can have.
Mhm.
And, I went through that so much in the 7 years I played.
We went through that in
that
the year and a
you
half
know.
we played together.
And it was just, granted, when you get to that level, you can sometimes become the kind of person you don't want to be. And I was down that road. Like, I knew one of the big creators. And I ruined an entire friendship over it because I became a person they no longer recognize. Bats has a story similar to something like that, where it's ruined friendships.
Everything I do ruins
Because
friendships.
We still love you, Pat.
This conversation right here is probably going to lose 2 or 3 more.
If he keeps calling me baby hands, our friendship may be a
But
But was it really there, though?
so
I love you, Cobra. I love you.
in a setting like Fortnite or Call of Duty, they regrettably, Activision openly admitted to having a contract with Cronus and Zim users, which is why they, or the creators of them, so that way, they kept players. Until it hit the fan that they needed to actually start banning these things.
No, actually, let me piggyback on that real quick, Rise. I was reading an article, I think it was yesterday, about Call of Duty, and somebody straight up asked them, "What are you gonna do?" Because when they were talking about warfare, and now that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 just came out, they were just like, "What are you guys gonna do?" To combat the hackers and the people who are, blatantly cheating in the game. And one of the developers literally said, "We're doing the best we can right now. Any further action would just be pointless when we should be focusing on the game." AKA, they can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels
They
like.
literally
like,
just
look,
gave up. They're literally telling the hackers they can have the game. And didn't they do that to the Black Ops server?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened to Black Ops.
I mean,
That's
let's be honest, that's
happening-
what
Yeah,
that
Blackout.
sounds like
That's
Crucible.
exactly what killed it. And they
Does
said,
that not-
"No, we're done."
Does that not
That
sound like
is-
Crucible for Destiny?
Oh,
It is.
100,
That's exactly
1,000,000%.
So, and
1,000,000%.
at the same time,
Yo, for
yeah,
real, Reaper.
and like there's so many. Grant, I understand. It's very stressful. It's very, aggravating as a game developer to. I mean, I don't understand, but I can only imagine how they have to feel with seeing the reports, seeing, obviously abnormal activity in their charts of things that are not what it should be, just to obviously, take care of it, but then 5 seconds later these same people are right back in, and it's like, but there's still ways you can handle these things to kind of improve it. And like I was telling Bats, when I first started playing Nerika for 2 years, just it costing $20, I barely ran into it, and I was already in their rosters for pros there. And then they made it free to play, and everything went downhill. Now every day I'm seeing hundreds upon hundreds of bans, and it's like, if you would have just left it $20.
Yeah, because why are we gonna pay $20 for a game and then pay another $50 for the hacks? Like that's just too much money. But if the game's free, of course I will pay $50 for hacks.
Like CS:GO does vac bans and entire account bans for accounts and stuff. Like Steam actively goes and it's like bans the entire account.
Yeah,
You can't even
Fortnite was
play,
like that.
and it's like it's not just CS:GO. If you hack in CS:GO, you are banned on all Steam games, like all things that use Steam like banning, because they actively
Anything
ban
that's
the
got an
entire account
online
for all
feature,
games.
Really?
Yep, the only one that doesn't do that is Bandai Namco. But the fun thing about Bandai Namco is for Dark Souls cheaters, they throw them on their own server, and they call it the dead zone. Because there are so many people hacking against each other, it's kind of funny. I played on that one day because we were using mods. And so we made alternate accounts to get put into that so we could play with the mods without getting reported.
Alternate accounts.
Come on. And so we were playing in there, playing some mods, and it's like we got raided by people who were teleporting to us, and we were getting raided. Like the fun thing about that is though, we beat one of them because he had infinite health, but there is a guaranteed way to die is pushing them off a ledge. So me and my buddy just kept hitting them with a shield until they fell off the bridge. It's like you can't infinite health something that
Yeah,
is
the
just
fall
says die.
damage overrides it.
Well, it wasn't even the fall damage, right? It was the one where they fall off the bridge and there's no map underneath them. So they just couldn't live because they're not on the map anymore.
But
Destiny
yeah,
fall
so
damage.
there's multiple ways things could be combated in a constructive, positive way, and things can be mitigated. I don't think that's the right word, but minimalized to save a game. Like right now, Bungie has lost $1.6 billion and had to cut a very large chunk of their staff
8%.
because what people have been asking for is just for the Crucible to be fixed. New maps, this, that, and the other, but primarily fix the cheating problem. BattleEye has been on vacation since last November. Because the people with Infinite Heavy, flying across the map, going through walls, things like that, those people have come back.
Mm-hmm. They have.
and we're seeing that. Well, not those exact things, because but things similar here and there in Fortnite, where it's progressively getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know why. Dude, huh?
Because of what you call it,
Huh.
what's that
You
word
can't
I'm looking
have-
for?
Yeah,
The undetectables. The undetectables. You feel me? That's really where it's
Now I
Yeah.
know.
at the end of the day, it's undetectables. You can pinpoint for all the. No, thank you. You can pinpoint
Yes, thank you.
all the stuff that's going on with
New
PC
Gambit
hacks
map.
and all that other stuff. You feel me? But like the Coronas, the Coronas is one of the worst things ever created for me in any form of gaming scenario, because at the end of the day, you feel me? It's literally built to be undetectable.
Mhm.
You know, it's
And
literally
it's a
built to be
third-party
undetectable.
peripheral that, unless you're
Exactly.
caught with it,
And then part two, the exploitation of macros. You know what I mean? Because I understand using macros in order to, build a little bit faster in Fortnite and stuff like that. You feel me? That's understandable. You feel me? But the exploitation of macros and stuff like that is like, people will always try to find the way to get one up in the advantage. You feel me? Like they will always try to find a way to be better with doing less. And that's just the honest
Yeah.
truth. Like I remember back in the day, bro, like this is why I miss arcades, because there was no way like to truly hack those things. You feel me? You had to sit there, and if you owned the high score, you were the talk of the town. Everybody knew you. Know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
Like when Xbox first came out, the achievements, having that gamer score at the top, that was lovely. And now it's just, you feel me? Now everybody's focused on their KD. That it's just like, bro, but what about the rest of your stats? Like, yeah, you eliminated 15, 20 people, but you've won no games.
Yep.
You know?
House of the
And
Dead. That was my arcade
this
game.
this is one of the things
I've never heard of
I've had to put a bunch of PvP players in their place over too. They're like, a game is not anything without PvP, and I'm like, but where do you think these the PvP came from? It rooted from PvE tournaments where people are pitted against each other for the highest scores. Pac-Man, things like that.
Yeah.
This is Pac-Man.
And then these same developers that held these tournaments, they were like, let's start just making PvP modes. Put these players against each other and hold some of the biggest tournaments known to man. And
Yeah.
that's when esports was made.
Yeah.
That's
Halo
when,
started
Call
that.
of Duty Halo, Call of Duty, these things all started implementing PvP stuff. And while, things needed to be worked on over time, then we got battle royales and things like that. And it's like, and then the people that come into them, they're like, this is what made the game what it is. No. These things came later on in time.
I mean, Fortnite wasn't originally a PvP game, was it?
Nah,
Yes.
it was Save the World.
Yeah,
When it
Save
first
the
came
World
out.
was the original game. Like, people don't know Fortnite for Save the World. People know Fortnite for funny dances and killing other players.
What's funny though is when I started playing, I had to pay $50 for Save the World, but the Battle Royale was free.
Got
You
Save
still
the
have
World
to
for
pay for Save the
$6.99.
World.
I got it because I
I got
had
Save the
to
World for
pay.
$6.99. I'm sorry, Rice.
Oh
I have a
no!
question.
When I came back after they started introducing the crew pack, I got it for just buying the crew pack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too.
Where it's
but
at.
and then they removed it. So I'd never paid that $50 for it. But it's like, the PvP does not make the game when you could have played these things before. They just
Yeah,
threw
So-
the PvP
I just
element into
feel like even with Call of Duty, man, like Call of Duty used to like I used to play Call of Duty just for the storylines, because they had amazing storylines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
And now the
good ones.
storylines are maybe like 3 hours long now, and everything's focused on Warzone. Everything's focused on the PvP. You know, and I feel
And
like
what
that's
they're
kind of
saying-
like, yeah, I'm blaming Activision, you feel me? Because, you know, we had our Counter Strikes back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember the internet cafes before we had like official, you know, internet gaming and stuff like that. But we had the internet cafes where we went to go play Counter Strike, and back then the only real PvP game was SOCOM.
Oh,
SOCOM
What's
was
that?
where it's at. That
Black
was where it
Hawk.
was at.
Oh,
SOCOM,
see,
Black Hawk Down,
the-
all those really old shooters.
Yeah, like that's where it was at. You know,
Like
you were
the-
able to go up against another team in SOCOM. You were able to compete against other teams in SOCOM. You feel me? But but I just think everybody's trying to get the best of everything. Like even when, like, you know, we were just talking about controllers. Like even the Scuff controller. Scuff controller is a guaranteed cheat. It's a guaranteed cheat controller. It has macros built into it.
Never heard of Scuff.
Oh, look it up. SCUFF,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
I heard of stuff.
And they have macros built into it where literally you flick a little thing in the back, and you will literally be running 2 times faster than everybody else in the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God,
see.
they're expensive. You are paying for it though.
How much
Yeah,
is
you
it?
are
they're
Matt?
like-
paying for it.
They're like $180 or something.
$180, yeah.
$259.99, $230. Yeah,
But it
it's
has
just-
all the hacks built into it.
you're paying for it.
Yep.
Ooh, that hurts my soul, though.
But that's
And
where it's at.
that's one of the other things, like engine owning. Like there's a difference between just cheat engines and cheat and engine owning.
Mouse click
Engine
triggers.
owning has everything from walls to God mode to, you know, aimbot, anti-recoil. You can set all of these things to different parameters, but cheat
Facts.
engines, you have to buy each package separately
For each game.
for
Yep.
each game. Now, engine
Mechanical
owning, these
switches,
things work
adjustable pistons.
for all games that is applicable.
And they're usually
However,
listed.
those cost $500+, and
Yeah, but-
it's a monthly charge.
Installments. Yeah, you have to pay like a subscription based.
Yes.
To be honest,
Same
I'd rather
price does not change.
them
So-
pay thousands of dollars than get it for free on the internet. To be honest, I'd rather them have a
Um,
cost to do it.
Yeah, but
So
you
the
know that
Scuff
they're finding it on the
controller-
internet for free.
Yeah, I
Go
know.
ahead.
Yeah.
Scuff controllers. Sorry.
The Scuff controls actually start from their actual site. It starts from 130, and that's just for the manual switches. If you want one that adjusts instant triggers, high performance grip, you want all that fancy stuff, it's going to cost you about $180.
Yes.
They are also currently out of stock, so don't bother.
But that just lets you
anyone
know
who's going.
a controller company is out of stock on cheap controllers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their entire
Mind you, this one's
sales
just for
operator.
PC. This one's just for PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
And-
for different for PS5, PS4, Xbox. They've got them.
But this is what I'm telling you, and they're sold out.
See, this is
So now, if these people, let's just put it this way. If this is a company that mass produces these things, okay, and they are making about 1 million of these things a year and are sold out, that is 1 million players right now that are doing everything they can to get the advantage, that are willing to spend $250 to get the advantage.
And that's the one.
Yeah,
of
I heard
the
about that,
biggest
Reaper.
things Is like, even if, like, you have basically a robot doing all of this for you, and you can say, well, it's because I'm not good, this, that, and the other. skill comes with time. Through all of your pain, suffering, blood, sweat, tears, broken controllers, monitors, TVs, consoles, like you will
Oh, there.
eventually persevere and get the skill you need to be where you want to be. Um, I thought that when I first started playing Destiny. I thought that when I first started playing Fortnite and Call of Duty.
It's because we come
But
from an era. It's because we come from an era. I mean, a lot of us older generation people, we come from an era that we were raised on leave it all on the field, leave it all in the ring, leave it all on the court.
Yep.
This generation is a dub's a dub.
yeah,
You see,
And that's where the integrity was lost.
I remember like when I started pro.
Jeez, is Spocky still here?
Wow. Anyway,
Well, who's recording
I-
it if he's not here? Wait a minute.
I went.
Whose chat are we interacting with?
I went like pro for World of Warcraft, and that was like my first taste of PvP. So, but that's only for mouse and keyboard. You can't do controller for that. Didn't even have an option to do controller for it. And you have to use macros and your keybinds, things like that. I don't think it was really macros, but I think you were allowed to have a certain amount of macros before you would get reported. But that is what I was used to, and then I jump into Fortnite. It's like, oh boy, this is a whole new ball game for Spocky, and just with people helping me to like see how I was playing, like to critique things just a little bit here and there, I started actually being able to aim. Thanks to Rise and Bats. In all honesty,
Yep.
like any like you can get coaches, and when you pay for a coach, that is like, I'm not calling you stupid, but it is one of the stupidest decisions you could do, because when you have people
I'm not giving out
who
refunds.
are willing to give you this information for free because they want you to improve, they want you to be that person they see in a tournament, or be that person that you guys can at the end of the day be like, I bodied you, but GG's.
Hmm.
I've coached people in Destiny 2. I've coached a large chunk of the Fortnite division for the Knight Riders. I've done this stuff professionally, and I never once asked for a dime, because I'd rather face somebody willing to look at me, pay attention, and take everything I say despite the tone, because the tone can get pretty out there. And be like,
Nah,
you're right.
nah.
Shut up,
Don't lie.
Cobra.
What
Don't
tone?
Don't
What
lie for him.
But again, I'm not giving any refunds.
But like I've given. Oh, I've coached and I've trained. Like I will help people in the middle of a match. Like, do this, do that, follow where I go, and I will give people play-by-plays of how I go about a map. It's how in the last map, Cobra and Spocky knew so many different ways to get around certain things, because I had told them 17 different ways. The moment Loot Island would spawn, I'm like, already anticipate somebody to be heading there, plan multiple trajectories with the most cover, and if you see somebody, like 2-3 teams fighting it one way, start to go the opposite. You always want to anticipate a main, like,
Main
What
path
would
and
it be
ancillary paths.
so like a major control area like Loot Island, anticipate people to be heading for it or already literally sitting on it. and you
And
should
we're-
already have alternate paths mapped. And I do this every time I play.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Hazzy?
Redact it. Let's redact everything he just said. He's giving away all the secrets. Bats, deal with him quick.
Blue Island
He's
doesn't
giving away
exist
all the
anymore.
secrets.
Blue Island it doesn't exist anymore. So.
That's not the point.
I mean, though, but to be fair, his coaching and training with Cobra Knight is what got us to where we landed for that last tournament that we did.
You're gonna really.
And it's
I'm
you
not
guys
giving
stop
away my
playing.
secrets. I'm just saying his guidance that he
still
gave
mad
to
at
us is where
I'm
it
still
is
mad
how
at
we did that.
Pat's still mad at us for that.
I'm still mad at you.
I mean,
didn't play.
we got one kill.
I got one kill.
Okay, fine. I helped though.
Yo,
DOZ
these-
and I
we don't
got
even want
food.
to talk about this tournament right now.
No,
No,
we
we
don't.
Because
don't.
I-
No, we don't.
Yo, the point system on that was just straight trash. These people got higher than me on the leaderboard by doing nothing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nothing.
Can I say
That's
something?
not totally true.
We almost put you completely out because they had the special bounties that had 1 health as they got away from us.
Que nada.
Because I shot
Yeah.
them out of the air, and we almost got 10 points for that.
Cobra
Just
literally
killing-
landed.
So the
on
one elim
top
that
of
would
their
have had
head.
was to somebody who wasn't fighting back. This is order in the
No,
court.
no.
Order in the court.
No,
We did have an elim. We
DOZ
did
and I, that whole every match we had our butt cheeks clenched because there was always fighting around us.
I will
Literally.
say, on the second half after they did the change, we went from 2 teams around us to 13 teams around us. We
Yo,
had to
facts.
actively fight our way
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah,
Facts,
but
We
that's
facts.
actively
only
fought our
because-
way out.
They
Yeah,
fought
there's-
their way out with one elim.
I
mean,
mean,
we did.
We,
We're not
we
gonna talk about it.
fought
We're not gonna talk about
we
it.
were
We're not gonna talk
sued.
about
You
it.
know what? Yeah.
and let them go.
But
They would
No.
hide.
Can I
We
ask
found
a
our escape route.
question? Can I ask a question? So we have our battle royale. You have your Call of Duty. You have your Halo. Apparently, there's one for WoW. What other esports are there? Like you guys, I think Bats was mentioning, you know, how back in the day there was the fighting games, and immediately I think of Mortal Kombat.
yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Is
no.
there not one?
Street Fighter is the reigning king in combat right now.
Why Street Fighter over Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. After Mortal Kombat, I think 8 just went straight downhill. Even to now, when they got all the way to 11, the stories, the gaming, the everything was just straight trash. To the point that the Mortal Kombat now is now a remake of Mortal Kombat 1. So they're starting at the beginning and revamping the whole or rebooting the whole thing.
No,
And
you're
Street
wrong.
Fighter has been holding strong. But the only reason, and I could be wrong, you guys can throw me in front of a bus for this one, but the only reason that Street Fighter has held strong for as long as it did is because it rode off the coattails of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes.
Yo, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
no, straight
you
up,
just,
straight up,
you
I'll
just
agree with
cracked open a memory egg right there.
you. Yeah, straight up, I'll agree with you on that, man.
Even with Soul Calibur and Tekken, yes. And Tekken got it, a lot of its
Tekken.
and this is why Street Fighter reigns even above that, is because Tekken got a lot of their
Didn't most of their inspiration come
Why
from
did-
Street Fighter?
Did he die?
yes, most of their
Okay.
inspiration came from Street Fighter.
Yeah, I was
And,
about to say
Tekken
Tekken
Words
looked
are
like a
escaping
clone.
me today.
Street Fighter looked like a clone of,
So-
or Tekken looked like a clone for me, like of Street Fighter.
Yeah. Basically,
Tekken
Tekken is
is-
Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter fused together.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can we
so
tell
like,
which one I like?
Where the combo system is from Street Fighter.
and so like I played more Mortal Kombat and like say Injustice than I ever did Street Fighter. I don't think I played.
I grew up on Mortal Kombat.
I played Street Fighter, but I played the arcade machine Street Fighter.
Arcade.
like-
My brother, for real.
So like
Arcade
you're sitting
motherfucker,
here and there's someone standing next to you actively beating you to death because you don't know how to play because you get to go to the arcade once a
Together,
month.
By the way.
Once a month. You
You
got
look
to go
at them like,
once a
stop
month.
screen watching me, bro. Stop screen watching me.
I
You
don't
went
even
once
think
a
I
month
got to
and they
go
went-
once a month.
They went. I
But
didn't either. But they went like once a week or 3 times a week, and you knew who King of the Arcade was at Street Fighter because
Bro,
they're
they were there
standing in
after
front of the
school
machine.
every day.
They're waiting in front of the machine
Yeah.
for someone to like fight them, and they're like, "I don't want to go near that machine today."
Not even. They'd be playing, and then you just come over to watch, and they just slowly slide over a quarter to you, and you're just like, nah, man.
Nah, I'm not looking like a fool today. Not today. Tomorrow you can make me a fool.
Man.
Not
This is
today,
basically candy
Satan.
from a stranger, bro. Nah, man. I don't even know you. How long you been here?
yeah.
School just got out. Like, did you skip the last 2 classes? Like, bro, we're in 3rd grade. Like, get out of here.
Dance Revolution.
Come see me.
But
No, I can't
Oh,
dance.
you want to
Um,
go?
so we're gonna
Oh.
start
You
wrapping this
wanna
up.
go?
guys.
Yo, I
Um,
was such a Dance Dance fan, bro, that I now play Just Dance. So
I love Just Dance. No,
And I
you
have
Ryan
all of
can
them.
Fight out Just Dance. You and Ryan can fight out Just Dance. He's good at that. He's really good at that.
let's go.
No,
I mean,
no, I'm
I'll do the
not.
Hakuna Miku on you. Like, let's go.
Just
let's
Dance
go.
tournament.
Yeah, so
Me
we're
and
gonna
Cobra are
start
gonna do a
wrapping
Let's
this one
Sing
up.
tournament.
Yes.
That's about to
Yes.
head off for the night.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna be doing this probably on like a weekly thing, so that way, you know,
Well-
we can beat ourselves, you know, instead of be the Night Riders you guys don't know. But this podcast is open to everyone. Anybody
Yes.
is more than welcome to join. You just have to be in Bats' Discord, and we can be in any channel and hold this as, you know, as long as we can, because he does get off at 8.
I'm an old
He
man.
tries to end the night at 8.
I work on Mondays too, so
But,
it's not that
you
big of a
know,
deal.
Anybody
Monday I
is
do.
more than welcome to join us. It's all open discussion. Nobody's feelings will get hurt. This is
However-
And
literally
nothing solidified.
Kinda,
This is an IMO type of chat. This is just things that we think. It's not anything, you know, like, yeah, we will be quoting some articles, we'll be quoting some Twitter responses and stuff like that, but it's not anything that's, you know, engraved in stone. It's just our rants
our
about certain
opinions.
things. Yeah, you know, that's all it is. If you guys have an opinion, drop it on in. We would love to hear it. Shout out to Reaper for being in the chat with us and just keeping it up.
Yeah,
Thanks, Reaper.
You know,
Thanks,
Reaper.
yeah, we appreciate you just coming in
Maybe
and
we can have you
giving
jump
us
in
our
next
time of
week.
day. Yeah, next time, Reaper, if you want to just jump into the chat. I mean,
DLC, we'd
get
love to
your
hear
face
more
on
from you
screen.
next time.
Yeah, no, Bill's
And-
sleeping right now.
We'll
And a
get
web- and a
to
webcam.
make a podcast channel
We just
just
got
so that way, you know, when we do it, anybody who wants to be a part of it, you know, they just jump on in there. You just go ham from there.
Yeah.
As a mod for the Discord that this will be coming out of, I would like to also point out that if you do decide to join the Discord to be part of the podcast, that you respect the rules made for the Discord. It is a family-friendly Discord. We would like to keep that as is. This may be there, but
Yeah.
we still want to respect what is housing that, which is that
Yeah.
and Kids Discord. So if you join it, you know, welcome to the family. You know, we would love to get to know you, but just respect the rules. They are there. That is all.
Yeah,
we
it,
ask.
it is a ministry Discord. It is a ministry
Yeah,
Discord.
that's-
I'm not
that's
that boring. I'm not that boring though. I'm gonna let you guys know.
And
that
the
right now.
only,
I'm not that
the only last
No.
thing I will add too is for this,
Fire.
please feel free. You can ask questions, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. So
Amen.
don't hesitate. That's what this
Yeah,
is about. Even if you want to know something about us, ask it.
Hey, and don't hesitate to correct us on our information either. You
Yeah,
know, like
no,
if there's
yeah.
something that we
Like-
said that may have been misconstrued or misunderstood, like you guys are more than welcome to set us straight and let us know. You feel me? Like, oh, yo, Bats, actually, that's not right. It was this, this, and this. Like, yo, that's cool. Guess what? Knowledge is power, man. And if you guys can teach us,
Yeah.
that's awesome too.
Send us the receipts. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. All complaints must be submitted in the form of writing. And
Thank you. Respect.
but
And I have to
everybody,
be the one they go through.
yeah, everybody. I hope you
yeah,
had fun
yeah.
with it
Everything
today.
goes through a dragon. We'll see how that
this
goes.
was fun.
Yeah, don't
I'm
bother
really
the rest
glad-
of us.
I'm really glad that everyone was able to join us. I'm loving it. I think this was a really great idea.
Webcam for
But
the
we will
first time
see you
ever.
guys, or
So.
I will see you guys. I love y'all if you haven't heard it today, and until we meet again.
Good night, Bats.
All right, chat. That was the
Good
end.
night, guys. Have a good night.
Tune in again. I will have updates on when we are coming back. Live long and prosper.